A new wave of little men has already started to emerge, and they've been led by a brilliant playground legend who has already established a compelling style of his own.
Anderson, gotta love it!
One of the game's most innovative young players, Kenny Anderson seems to possess a limitless wellspring of creativity.
Anderson through the lane.
Instinct, you're coming down the break. You're not going to say, hey, I'm going to slow down and wait for my teammate to make that pass to the left. You're just going to play off instinct.
Kenny the Kid through the lane. Sleight of hand.
You have to know how your players want the ball, where they want the ball, and you have to run the team.
Here is Kenny Anderson. Comes Coleman on the film.
He helps everybody's game. He helps me out tremendously, and just his way of getting to the basket, you never think, he can squeeze through those little holes, but he managed. He's like Speedy Gonzalez.
Growing up on the playgrounds of New York City, Kenny's basketball inspiration was nurtured from an early age, as he seemed always to have NBA greatness in his future.
My uncle and my brothers, they always said I always wanted to carry a basketball or play with one, and when guys would take it away, I'd start crying.
We lived in an apartment complex where we overlooked the basketball court. And I'd look out at maybe 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'd look downstairs and I'd see a couple of guys playing, and it'd be him. He'd be out there playing at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night in the dark, and you couldn't really tell who was who. And you say, wow, somebody's playing really well out there. Oh, that's Kenny, don't worry about it, that's little Kenny.
From a city that has produced a long line of legendary point guards, including Bob Cousy and Tiny Archibald, Kenny is perhaps its most celebrated, standing alone as the only player to be named All-City 4 consecutive years.
He's the greatest guard in the history of New York City basketball.
Continuing to dazzle basketball experts at the college level, he left his mark as one of its most sensational players.
Look out.
Oh, yes! Oh, I can't believe it! I can't believe it! I'm going to do it again! Oh, that's awesome! Now you take a look at this. I mean, Isaiah Thomas is jumping out of his seat right now. He changes direction between his legs. Curly says, what do I got to do? I can't believe this guy. This is impossible. He's in dead.
Picked by the New Jersey Nets as the second player in the 1991 draft, he was looked to as an instant savior. But as he struggled through his rookie year, the questions that have always hounded smaller players began to surface.
Anderson, a rough first half. 0 points.
But like the great little men who have gone before him, Kenny took it upon himself to fight through the adversity.
I didn't play a lot. I wasn't happy. I was depressed at times. But patience is a virtue, and I just waited. And I said, when my time comes, I'm going to be ready. I ain't going to let this pass me by.
In his second season, Anderson would be given a chance to redeem himself, and he wouldn't waste it. Though he stayed true to his instinctive approach, he played with new determination and resolve.
By Kenny. That's Kenny Anderson, vintage. At his very best.
Quickly blossoming into a superstar, he again became a trendsetter with his distinctive style.
Here's Anderson to the hoop, just blows by.
Things that he does on the court are the way of the successful people in our league have turned to or are doing. And those are the things that come natural to him.
With his brilliant basketball imagination, Kenny has ably taken on the task of helping to lead little men into the future and has already earned comparisons to some of the transcendent stars who have borne the standard before him.
It's great, to be mentioned in the same breath with these guys, especially Tiny Archibald, Isaiah Thomas, Bob Cousy, and that's my main goal, to get all the accomplishments that these guys have achieved.
Anderson has it, 6, 5, 4. Kenny wants to take it himself.